Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today I'm going to be doing my 2023 MLB postseason predictions as the MLB wildcard starts tomorrow at 2 o'clock between the Rays and the Rangers, and you will see 4 games throughout tomorrow's slate of games and 4 again Wednesday, and who knows how many games you will see on Thursday because game 3s in the wild card are if necessary. So if the team if one of the teams wins the first 2 games, the series is over. So the 2 teams have to split the first 2 games for there to be a game 3, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be getting into my wild card predictions. Then we're going to go to the ALDS, then the ALCS, then eventually the World Series. So I'm going to start with the wild card. I'm going to start on the American League side. We're starting with the Twins and the Blue Jays. I'm going to go game by game. I was thinking about whether I'd go game by game or just what I thought the team would win by in the series. But here we go. So Blue Jays and Twins. Here's how I have the series starting off. I have the Twins winning game 1, and then I have the Blue Jays winning game 2 and game 3. The Blue Jays move on to the ALDS to face the Houston Astros. Then the Rangers and the Rays. I have the Rays winning both games, so winning game 1 and game 2. No game 3. No game 3 is necessary. And then the Rays match up against the division rival, the Baltimore Orioles, and the ALDS. Then the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. I was contemplating whether I thought the Diamondbacks would be able to win a game in this series, but with the games being in Milwaukee, I just don't think the Diamondbacks will be able to win. They're a young team. I think they'll bounce back next year. But I have the Brewers winning both games, game 1 and game 2. No game 3 is necessary. And the Brewers move on to face the Los Angeles Dodgers and the NLDS. Then the Phillies and the Marlins. The Marlins, just like the Diamondbacks, they're a good young team. But I think that the Phillies move on, win both games, and go on to play the Atlanta Braves. Wouldn't shock me if the Marlins won a game here or even won the series. But I'm going to go with the Phillies winning both games and moving on to face the Braves. So then the division series. So we're going to start off with the American League, then go back to the National League like I just did with the wild card. Astros, Blue Jays. I have the Astros winning this series. This is best of 5, so I have the Astros winning this series in 4 games. Astros will have home field advantage. I think the Astros will be able to get it done. Then Tampa Bay versus Baltimore. Baltimore is a young team. I have a huge upset here. I think Tampa Bay, they're a good team. I know Wander Franco's gone, but they have a good team, and Baltimore is young. This would remind me of another Baltimore team. Do you guys, if anybody's NFL fans, the Baltimore Ravens, the football team of Baltimore, when Lamar Jackson was young in his NFL career in the 2019 season, they were the best team in the NFL. Just like the Baltimore Orioles. They were young just like the Baltimore Orioles, and they were good just like the Baltimore Orioles, and they were the best team in the AFC. And then they matched up against a team who was not as good as them, and they shocked them. And that's what I have happening here to the Baltimore Orioles. I'm sorry for the NFL reference there, but it made sense because it was 2 Baltimore teams. You got the Baltimore Ravens and you got the Baltimore Orioles. But for the Tampa Bay Rays, I think they go out there. They wanted to win that division, wanted to be that 1 seed in the AL, and I think the Rays go out there and win this series in 5 games and shock the Orioles and move on to face the Houston Astros in the ALCS for the 2020 rematch of the ALCS. So it would be more of a rematch for the Astros because the Rays did win that series and move on to the World Series to face the Dodgers in 2020, but I think the Astros would be looking for revenge in that series. But so the ALCS, I have it being the Astros and the Rays. Then the NLDS in then the division series and the National League, the Dodgers and the Brewers. I think the Dodgers have great series here. I think the Dodgers win this series in 4 games. I think the Brewers are able to get 1. Then the Phillies. I think this Phillies-Braves series, if it happens, which I think there's a very good chance it does happen. I don't see the Marlins beating the Phillies in the wild card, but I think this is going to be a great series. It's a hard call for me. I think the Braves are the better team. I think the Braves win in 5. So the Braves and the Dodgers and the NLCS. So getting into this championship series predictions, I have the Astros beating the Rays in 6 games, and I have the Braves beating the Dodgers. And the cool thing about this is no matter who wins that series, it's going to be a World Series rematch. It's going to either be a 2017 World Series rematch, or it's going to be a 2021 World Series rematch. Now, difference is the Astros beat the Dodgers and the Braves beat the Astros. So the Dodgers are going to be seeking revenge on the Astros, while the Astros are going to be seeking revenge on the Braves. I think we all know the more intriguing matchup would probably be the Dodgers than the Astros, although I don't want that to happen. I'd rather see the Braves and the Astros. Those are the two teams that are most favored to make it to the World Series. And I think that's how it will go. I have the Astros and the Braves in the World Series. I think the Braves beat the Dodgers in 5 games. So that means the Astros and the Braves are in the World Series. And with that being said, you got the Astros and the Braves in the World Series. Series starts in Atlanta. Here's how I'm going to be going game by game in the World Series. Game 1, I have the Braves beating the Astros. Game 2, I have the Astros beating the Braves. Game 3 goes to Houston. I have the Astros beating the Braves. Game 4 goes back to Houston. Game 4 would be back in Houston. It will stay in Houston. I had the Braves taking game 4. Series tied up at 2 now. Game 5 stays in Houston. I have the Astros winning Game 5 and beating the Braves in a close game, and now the Astros have a 3-2 lead. This series switches over to Atlanta. This is an elimination game for Atlanta in Game 6, and at home, I think the Braves take care of business and send this series to Game 7. Then Astros and Braves at Game 7 of the World Series. I have the Astros winning on the road and beating the Braves to win the World Series and win back-to-back World Series. I believe that would be the first team to win back-to-back World Series since 2005. But yeah, use them your thoughts on my playoff predictions. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.